It's entirely possible that once the narcissist gets a new source of supply, that at some point this person can reach out to you. So, why would somebody new in a narcissist's life feel the need to do this? In this video, I'll go over some common reasons that a new supply would have to reach out to you, and of course, how you can handle it when this happens. You'll find these topics that I go over here, these reasons why, are all very closely related and connected, but I do just want to give each one their own point. Number one, comparison. A new supply can feel the need to reach out, and they might do so in order to possibly gain some information from you that they can use for comparison. They might want to see what kind of a person you are and what you're all about, and then, of course, how do they stack up as compared to you. Number two, conflict. If the new supply is having issues with the narcissist, this could prompt them to reach out as well. And I also want to add in this point here too. Keep in mind that narcissists love a good smear campaign. In order to help love bomb their new sources, many narcissists give an earful of garbage to the new supply. The newbie gets information about you, how terrible you are, among many other things. And this can cause the new supply, having never met you or maybe not even knowing anything about you in some cases, to have a very negative opinion of you, and therefore they will discredit you if it ends up where the two of you start talking. There are also times when a narcissist will warn the new person not to reach out to you. You're a liar, you're crazy, and so on. Once the new supply begins to be treated poorly, and trust me, you're going to look a lot less crazy. And even if they've been told not to, they might decide to get a hold of you. Number three, curiosity. Being curious is completely normal. A new supply might want to know what your deal was with the narcissist. Again, keeping in mind the smear campaign. Who knows what this person has been told about you? Have they been told anything? They might just be curious about a lot of things as they go through very similar situations that you went through. Maybe they're starting to even put some of these pieces together. Number four, manipulation. Sometimes new supply can't talk if the narcissist is drinking a glass of water, if you know what I mean. I know, a ventriloquist joke. No one is more disappointed than me, I assure you, but it's true. The narcissist is the puppet master and the one in control. It's not unlike a narcissist to fill the new supply with all of these ideas about you, and this can make the new supply feel hatred and even rage towards you. It could be rage, it could also be sadness. The new supply might have a swirling brain and reach out to you angrily or sadly. They might say things like, leave the narcissist alone, even when you are. Stop talking to them, stop being jealous or doing this and that. Again, you might be doing those things and you might not. At the behest of the narcissist, they might reach out and say terrible things to you, playing the games that narcissists like to play, trying to hurt you, and do whatever the narcissist essentially tells them to do. The new supply is not safe from working for the narcissist. Everybody does. Number five, information. Just as you felt confused, the new supply will too. If they know of you, they might reach out for some clarity. And this is how you know that they've probably tried to talk to the narcissist and they were shut down, gaslighted, or both. We all reach a stage where we're desperate to understand what's happening in our relationship, and these new folks are no different than you and me. Number six, validation. So many survivors need validation about what they're going through with this person. Honestly, who better to ask than you, especially if you're the most recent ex? Like so many of us, they also need to know that they're not imagining things and they're not going crazy. If you're interested in talking about what you've gone through as a survivor, I provide a phone chat service where you can do just that. It's a casual, private way for us to talk as easily as two friends do. In my nearly 6-year career, I've spoken to over 1,000 survivors. You can share your story with me, vent your frustrations, get validation for your experiences, and even gain skills and insight to get through the rest of your journey. You don't have to do this alone. The screen has information for you right now to get started today. One of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this is because it happened to me. I'm not much of a storyteller because, well, for one, my story just isn't that interesting. And I also like to have my videos focus more on information that people can use. But for the sake of this video, I do want to share my experience. It was over a year, actually, after my discard. I had been out for a long time that I did receive a message from the narcissist's current supply. It wasn't the supply that I was discarded for, but we all know how fast these people work. This person clearly had a bone to pick with me, and it was obvious from the get go that they were very angry. And in the rambling messages that I received, I was told that my actions gave the narcissist PTSD, among other issues, and that I was the reason the narcissist was a terrible person. I was why the narcissist wasn't there for the new person when they needed someone to be there for them. I still fail to see how this was my issue, but the same thing happens to me. I was hospitalized at one point and couldn't get a visit or as little as a get well card. So it's like, yeah, tell me about it. No kidding. I was attacked. I was called names. They were trying to throw things in my face, things they had no business knowing, smear campaign, and letting me know that the narcissist was with them now. It was very out of left field. It was very confusing to me. I was told, well, they're mine now, to which, well, obviously, no shit. And then without thinking, I apologized. I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I am aware I have no filter left at this point in my life. I couldn't help myself. I chose to inform this person that they were only given half of the truth at best, and at least half of that was wrong. I'll never say I did everything perfectly, because I didn't, but I do know I wasn't deserving of the attack I was getting when I didn't even know this person, and I had been out of my relationship. It must have been longer than a year, but I know it was at least 1 year. Once I said that they didn't know what they were talking about, and I refused to fight with them and be ignorant and engage in the argument, their tone calmed drastically. And it was at that point that they asked me for my side of the story. And I'll be honest, I looked at that message for a long time. I thought about what I should say. In the end, I knew I just couldn't leave them hanging and ghost them. That's completely rude. I wouldn't do that. I told them how they approached me was completely unacceptable. I also let them know that because of their behavior, I didn't owe them my side of the story. What I did tell them was, hey, listen, if you're coming to me for the truth, then you know that what you're in is bad. And you know you're not getting the truth from this person, and now you're trying to find it elsewhere. I also told them that their attack dog approach showed how sad and insecure this person was making them, and they really would do best to end things and move along. It was at this point that I blocked this person, and that was it. And again, this was many years ago. As far as how you would handle it if this would happen to you, that is completely your choice. If someone ever reaches out to me, like an adult, and wants to know what happened to me, I'll gladly share what happened to me. If someone needs validation that the narc sucks, I will certainly tell them the narc sucks. What I won't do is waste my time telling a person to get away from a narcissist. It's not my decision. I'm no longer gaslit or brainwashed. I will give them the information and let them do with it what they do with it. Now, you might choose to not engage, and you know what? I don't blame you if you don't want to waste your time. We don't owe anybody anything. You can share what you want, be silent if you want. Personally, because of what I went through, I wished at that time that I would have had a place to go for answers. And so if somebody wants them from me, I'll give them the lowdown on what happened to me. Granted, as long as they approach me like a person and not some sort of rabid, embarrassing animal and try to insult me, whatever that moron was trying to do, as long as they're not approaching me like that, then I will have a conversation, brief as it might be. And that's just what I want to end this on. Don't spend too long talking to these folks, should you choose to entertain it at all. Don't try to form a bond or a friendship or anything like that with this person. Share and move on. If they act like an ass, I'm going to say give them nothing. I say give them nothing, but you have to do what's right for you at the end of the day. For me, I won't take disrespect from a narcissist, and I sure as hell won't take it from their supply sources either. So, did the new supply reach out to you? Did you entertain it? Did you tell them to leave? What happened? Share with me down in the comments. Thanks so much for listening. Please subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day, Survivor, and take care of yourself.